First round of the Tome tournament number 3. Pepi versus MrDoom, aka Afro, on Haladur, match number 1 from the best of 3. We seeing a start in the north with strikers by Pepi and Afro Windweaver star. So far, nothing special happened. Swift unit for the fire player is an advantage, and as well having strikers, which are S counters against the Windweavers, is strong as well. We could see a gang up, potentially. Both not taking power wells yet. More Windweavers. Yeah, he is scared of the striker spam. There is 3 strikers. Oh, that will be brutal. He is needing to split. That is looking good. You need to split the strikers. And a root. Ooh, that's huge. He has root. How much damage can he pull off? Is it enough to get rid of the strikers? Looking not too shabby. Maybe he can... Oh, eruption. I think he can pull it off. He has the flyers around. Oh, no, not run too far. Oh, and the root. And with that, all strikers down and 2 mana wings are still alive. Nice start. But where to go next? Pepi starting again the next assault with the strikers. And only having the mana wings currently. New set of Windweavers. We could see a repeat of the same strategy. Looks like he's waiting. My game freezes. Okay. Tier 2 into bandits. Oh yeah, there. Nice S counters. And Tier 2 as well for Stonekin. Windweaver is cleaning up the rest. Armatores, is your game freezing when you start a match? Or what is the point where it freezes? Like during startup or saving the mana wing? Against the Wind Hunter, that is a big bird. But now with Frost, maybe he pulled a Storm Singer. Random moments. Ooh, L counter archers. That's nice. We have a Nightcrawler coming up. There are no M units yet, but in general it's a good stat efficient unit. Ooh, Ravage. Also Frostbite. That Frostbite is huge. Look at this. How much damage just the mana wing can deal here. One more. Ooh, last second. Unholy power. You're not seeing that often. Another round of defenders. They're not switched, so their damage is limited. Or the damage reduction is limited. He will survive that Nightcrawler here. Like he is waiting for a bit of energy. We see another group of ground presence. Phalanx. That's L counters. The Wind Hunter is dealing quite some damage here on that orb. Not sure if he can defend. Need something against the bird. Oh, Cobalt Trick. Okay, you don't think you need something there. Oh, now I see why he was waiting. The knockback unit. But keep in mind the Wind Hunter is an L counter. But he decides to focus on the power well. I think Cobalt Trick, yeah. Ground presence down. Now it's just the flyer. Not dealing too much damage against that thing. But I guess with squad of L counter archers. Another Cobalt Trick. Okay, we have Frostbite. And the Ravage keeping it alive. Maybe switching targets? Nope. Oh, he's down. That's not good. He needs to wait for the Ravage to turn up. Yeah, there's Ravage down. Ooh, Bandit Minefield. Switching the archers so they will just tank the damage. No knockback, but another Ravage. Frostbite down. Wow, that was huge. No chance for the Ravage. Very interesting. So no one took a power well yet. We're having quite the low power pool at the moment. Okay, looks like he is ignoring that position here and going directly for the main base. Armatores, did you find a fix for your freezes? No snipe. And another M counter. Switched archers. Another set of switched archers. Frostbite and Ravage. Not enough. It's enough. Holy crap. That was huge again. Killing that expensive unit also with another support spell. And there is Bandit Minefield against the L unit with the knockback. They are switched as well, so they cannot be knocked back. Ravage. Ooh, that was a good trade with one Bandit Minefield killing off that expensive knockback unit, the Tempest. They are not making a lot of progress here. Pepi flying over the next L unit. Switching targets. Running away from the archers. He's keeping them alive with the Ravage, which is nice, but he needs the Ravage as well, else he will die in a second. There's the Ravage from him. Fleeing with your units. And they are building their strength against the... Ooh, Bandit Minefield. Switching again the L counters. Focusing now on... Okay, they get the Ravage. Maybe you want to switch targets at this point to the Flyer. Oh, maybe you can burst it down. Oh no. Only one of them are attacking here. Unholy Power. And the orb kills. Nice. Lucky move there. We're starting. Alright, Armatores also in the game. Now a set of S counters, tier 1 S counters. And not enough. Very closely keeping them alive. Only 2 of them, to be fair. So it's just a matter of time till they die. And they're done. Gone. So is this now power well time or more aggression time? More aggression time. Or maybe it's just walking to a power well. No, it looks like units. He's playing all the bandit cards. In terms of stone kill, we just saw 1 yet. Oh, power well and Tempest for knockback. Switching. Ooh, nice Bandit Minefield. Perfectly timed when the unit was going down. Focusing on the Stalker. Ooh, not focusing with all units here. But with enough. Stalker down. So the Spearments are an interesting thing. You can switch them for additional damage against flyers or against ground units. And now there are only the commandos left. Manowing, interesting choice since the commanders are M counters and the Manowing is an M unit. Ooh, that was brutal. Just a volley and nearly half of the HP down. So yeah, Afro took that power well, so on the long run, he has the advantage. Waiting for the buffs to run out. Frostbite. Yeah, probably will see a Ravage. Ooh, a bit late now. No Ravage? No Ravage. Oh, wait, tier 3. Pepi is going for double Shadow tier 3. That's now interesting since in terms of Tome, you have now kind of some wanky cards. Is Afro doing the same? Yes, and a cannon tower for defense. With double frost. Alright, tier 3 is up. It's probably going for split attack here. Yeah. In the meantime, tier 3 for Afro. Ready as well. So, tier 3 versus tier 3. Ooh, he can sleep units. That is helpful. Ashbone, but dazed Ashbone. That is scary. Oh, but Unholy Power is helping. Ravage. Then a sleep. Sleep is good. Altogi. Welcome to some Tomb action. As you can see, we are starting off with a good old cannon tower. And drones, you're not seeing them too often, but excellent L counter against the Ashbone. Bandit Minefield as defensive. The wrong time. Yeah, maybe it was also a bit of my fault, since I put it in the time for the start of the first match and not of the start of the booster opening. Oh, if you want to come onto the test server, you just have to start the launcher, and at the top left corner there is a small drop down menu where you can select the test server. It will automatically update the test server, and then you are on the test server. It's that easy. It's best of 3. Let me just check the rules, but I think we said best of 3. All matches will be best of 3. Yes. The first match for the tier 3 stuff was going into the direction of Afro. Now Pepi on the move to hunt down single Manowing running for the power well at the top. And not hitting with a sleep, but with a root. Manowing down against Wind Hunter. Yeah, Afro is looking phenomenal here, having his tier 3 army and the +1 in power well, and now also the Tremor. Looks like decisive attack here. Pepi has a nice L counter against the Tremor. Wind Hunter getting a Frostbite. Ooh, and here we see a big tier 3 unit. The Soul Hunter. He is an L counter as well, but getting sleeped. And that power wall goes down. rooting the Soul Hunter. These are XL counters. They can deal a lot of damage here. Not sure if they can win. We're making good progress. In the meantime, big attack on the next power orb here. Looks like Afro is making it, maybe. Another sleep. But we have Ravage on the unit. And is one Wind Hunter enough? No, it is not enough. The Soul Hunter lives, but no. Now only on tier 1, so no Ravage anymore. Units are now in the tier 1 in the base. Drones to defend. And here comes the Tremor. Tier 2 is rebuilt by the Soul Hunter. No healing yet. Healing first the Powell. Powell down. Soul Hunter is now getting attacked by another Swarm Drake, and Swarm Drake wins the fight. GG is called. First round goes to Afro. Congratulations. Next map is loser's choice, so Pepi can decide where to go. And he left the group. Let me just wisp. Wisp, 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 wisp. Astor 3. Invite to group. Oh yeah, Toggy, feel free to join. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello and welcome to the wonderful tournament of Ultra Lord. Hey man, what's up?
I think we had a bit of hiccups at the start, but now we are ready with the fighting. People made their decks, and now it's time to go.
So are the deck lists official, or do we are we getting surprised?
So it's kind of both. I can show you in a second. We just asked Pepi for the map. Give me a second.
Sure.
Pepi, where to go?
Hey, chat.
And also we need Toggy in the group. Yeah, sadly, Trix had the wrong time and another player had the wrong time. So we are not having 10 play people, but 8 people, which is also a very nice number for a tournament.
Of course, of course. And with the round robin format, or the Swiss, however you want to call it, we are getting matches regardless. And the cool thing about Tome matches is always the creativity. Normal units that are easily countered might be very strong because their counter is not in the deck list.
Okay, next map is Uru. So let's have a seat. I can send you a link, or just let me get it in the group, in the chat here. So we have a website for the Tome match, and there you can find the cards opened by the players. There's one overview for all common and uncommon cards that is for everyone's visible, without the knowledge which person pulled the card, and the overview for the rare and ultra rare cards. And these are often the interesting things, like who has the Fire Dancer, who has the Dread Charger.
Alright, I guess I will go in blind and just share the experience with the audience. So we basically don't really know what is going on, and we are in the second match of Pepi Master versus Afro, is it correct?
Correct.
Nice.
And so far we had a Bandit deck against a Stonekin deck. The Bandit started with fire with strikers.
Oh, making me so happy. Charge units, best units.
Yeah, Swift units in general are also good units if you play against nature, and so far Afro just had Wind Weavers and Mana Wings on tier 1.
Afro loves his nature, and Frost, definitely.
Yeah, but he had a good pull with some roots and Windweavers and roots. That is a good combination. So, second round. Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, we are hyped for that. Uro, big map, but always important to keep map control for going tier 3. And let's find out what decks they are bringing. Are there changes, or are they confident in their skills and decks?
Yeah, so far it looks similar like the last start.
Striker surprisingly good against other small units, surprisingly bad against attacking roots, I admit.
Ooh, but Pepi decided to go for the power well. Last match he went for 4 strikers and go for aggression.
Yeah, that is, of course, tough, especially if you don't have an excellent counter in this tier 1. What other units did he show already? Do we have information, or are we just watching a giant green death ball marching towards this power well?
Well, I think, yeah, Mana Wings we saw before, and we saw Spearmans as well, roots. Ooh, DonProm,
wow.
You have a desync? That's interesting. Was a special unit played? I think you cannot play the fireworm. No one pulled the fireworm. You can restart or decide if someone say, yeah, I lost the match already. Regular units as in game 1. That's strange.
It's test server, things can happen.
Yeah.
A desync usually means a rematch in old tournaments. Of course, if they cause the desync willingly, that's direct disqualification. And usually, if it happens very at the beginning, just remake.
Yeah.
If some player was clearly winning, it would be good sportsmanship to just accept the loss.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like, if it's obvious that someone won, then take the win. If you say, let's do a restart, then do it like this.
By the way, in the game, we had an excellent defense done by Pepi, who also has the Sunstriders and the Eruption, which is basically everything you need to bomb these stupid Mana Wings into oblivion. So Afro a little bit behind with a little bit, I mean, about 50 power in the first power well. But otherwise, got off with a bloody nose.
Yeah, Mana Wings against Eruption. Ooh, that's a tough fight.
Sunstriders alone are a catastrophe. With the Eruptions, it's not a challenge. And of course, now the position of Pepi much better. The second power well way earlier, which gives Afro another opening. But I don't think that Mana Wings can penetrate Sunstriders with Strikers. At least it would be surprising. And wanting to dodge, but barely not happening. And yeah, Afro definitely got an opening here. The second power well was forward, was a little early. But on the other hand, the values are definitely, without the heal, nature is so susceptible to Eruption. Something that's usually not happening though.
Yeah. Playing nature without healing. Interesting choice.
And yeah, Pepi does have a power advantage, so can he hold on to this power well for long enough? Is the big question now.
Yeah, clean up the half-dead units. Sunstriders against the bird.
And they are so good.
Making it out alive.
Yeah, there is no way. No
that
way.
Eruption, not sure. But it's defended. It's defended. Oh, well, also
yeah,
not
second power coming up for Afro.
Yeah.
He is behind on both of these timings, but at least he's staying on par. So one good fight is all he needs. But those are getting harder and harder.
Looks like he's going to tier 2 position. In the meantime, attack is starting by Pepi.
Yes, of course, the Sunstriders once in position, not easy to counter, because you definitely need the roots, otherwise you can never protect your Windweavers from these Strikers. It would be an uneven fight, at least.
Thank you, Pere, for the subscription. Use your emoji wisely. And with wisely, I mean use it whenever you can.
We have a third power well coming up by Pepi and Afro alike. So those should be about equal in what they can bring to the board. Of course, he would be behind by roughly 70 power, I think, but in Tome, everything is possible.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, tier 2.
Tier 2 coming out, and now will he try again to bust this? Because, oh, Shadow, we have bandits again. I think he definitely needs a tier 2 of his own, because with Minefield, no chance.
Yeah, he missed the Mana Wing. That was not too good. In the meantime, tier 2 again into Stonekin. Yes, into Stonekin. Looks like same decks.
Yeah, all 4 orbs are present on the map, making me very happy. And Lava Field
nice
coming
lava.
out. Wow.
Without healing, that was huge.
Yes, the value of Lava Field is insane. The problem is that it usually gets countered or cancelled by half of all the cards of nature, so
Meantime, DonProm got the win against MrDoom. Congratulations on that.
The Wind Hunter coming out. How's this anti-air? I guess there's no Storm Singer. Is there a Storm Singer?
No, last time, yeah. Again, we see another nice L counters. And I was not aware how strong they are, but they are really strong against the Wind Hunter.
Yeah, especially when they
Switch, yeah.
they're very hard to get rid of. They can't be knocked back. They tank so much damage. And air units, no matter what their stats are, they're always super squishy.
Meantime, the one Mana Wing is doing his best on the Power Wells. I mean, he has
what
half
is
of
that
them
Mana
down.
Wing doing? His best.
Half of it is down. Oh, the Wind Hunter find it out. And he's gone.
Yeah, but the Stone Tempest and the Defenders are more or less attacking the bottom location without any trouble. More map control by Pepi. He is in an insane position. He controls
And
all the orbs. Afro would have to take the
he
middle.
has
There's a ray
healing.
of light. Which, of course, is only a lot of value if you have very tanky, rather immobile units. Which, coincidentally, is all he has right now.
And the Crystal Fiend also. He has to be careful with the Wind Hunter. Oh, he's focusing on the orb. He's ignoring the damage. He wants that Power Well. Sorry, Power Well, not orb.
Yes, and I don't see how he could change that, because that is so much healing. He will get that, but how does he stop the counter attack? Oh,
no!
never mind.
56 HP. That hurts.
Okay. Okay, now Afro is in big trouble, and with big trouble I mean, yeah, good luck, man. He's down a Power Well. Is this correct? Yes, he's down a Power Well. He has the much smaller army. He dumped everything in this, or a lot at least, in this attack, and yeah, let's see how he is at defending. Because defenders, yes indeed, really good at defending, but that's a lot of units.
Yeah, and also with a Ravage on the flyer, you cannot kill them, even with Frostbite.
Pepi could just increase his Power Well count in the meantime. He could go up to tier 3. Or you can bang your head against some defenders. Alright, he does have a lot of aggression. Bandit is very offensive.
Yeah, especially he switched also the commandos, so they are tanky as well.
And that looks pretty damn strong to me.
Yeah, looking very good. Maybe now this is the counter kick. He has the Cobalt trick. We can buy time, but not enough.
Walking across the map, but I'm not sure. Defenders, especially Frost units, are not the most damage heavy units, of course. So it might be kind of hard to get some damage done quickly, because his first Power Well is already down.
Yeah, one Mana Wing again on the left side, but it gets killed by the Wind Hunter. Another Power Well kicked.
That is banging his head against the table. There's one chance and one chance only to take this home, which is a rush to tier 3, and lo and behold, look in the middle.
But now with double nature, we saw double frost before.
Of course, opens up the possibilities too. That is a very good card to stop aggression at tier 2. On the other hand, of course, he's down 2 power wells at least. Yeah, even if he stops this attack, not gonna be easy. And he has to rebuild the orb. This is so expensive. This is just so expensive. And if it's one thing Afro does not have, it's an endless amount of power, because 2 of his wells got kicked already.
Yeah, and also attack now starting in the middle. The Wind Hunter killing another power well probably.
Yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed the Thunderstorm. But there's just huge. So much 3 power wells can get you versus 6.
Five Nitros in the middle. Pepi has all the energy.
Yeah, and as long as the Wind Hunter kicking another power well in the meantime, by the way, with buffs, this is just way too big of a power difference. And
GG's called. And with that, it's 1-1.
Yeah, we're gonna see game 3. The audience loves game 3. I need to reduce the music volume a little bit, even though I must admit, coming back to Battleforge, hearing the old songs, or maybe even new ones, I didn't really know, it is so good. It feels so insanely good.
So let's see, where are we going next?
Yeah. As always, the guy who lost the last match can choose the next map. Are we going aggression? Are we going small? Are we going... Is there any special map you would want to have as Stonekin versus Bandit? The problem is the matchup is completely jumbled over because, yeah, there are key counter or key cards missing. Nothing is working as intended, as is the reason we play Tome.
Yeah. Like the missing of the healing on tier 1, nature has quite the disadvantage against the fire player with the nice eruption strikers, the archers, so I think there's the full set.
Yep, that's not too bad.
And we go Urmia.
Aggression it is.
Yeah, it makes sense for the fire player to say, let's go for the small map.
But the Frost player said that he wanted the small map.
Wait. Yes, I'm confused.
It can work both sides. Frost also likes really small maps due to home soil, due to glacial shards and everything. The problem is we don't have that here.
Yes, sorry Caroflex, I'm not letting you join this one. Let me make the game private, since you can spot out the cards from other players if you are in the game here. I know you can also look in the stream, but it's kind of the thing with Tome. If you know what the people are playing, it's already a bad for if we stream. Well, you're not allowed to join.
Not too much advantage for the player. And let's have the final match of Pepi versus Afro.
And Afro was confusing me at the start, like, hey, where is he? Where is he? Because he just decided to have a new name.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
And so we are seeing similar start, but now with an S counter melee unit for the nature player.
Interesting. I guess they still lose against the strikers. Even the strikers are 5 energy more expensive. I'm not sure, honestly.
I think
never tested
depending
this
on the movement of the strikers. So if you do another charge, then they probably will win.
Of course, as the Swift unit, you can do a lot with micro. Unless, of course, there's ensnaring roots, which means you can't do jack shit with micro. Because you can't move.
It looks like we're having a big tier 1 fight. No power wells yet.
Yep. And I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, Pepi figured out that there is no hurricane. So you can spam your range units without you having
Yeah,
to
the
trouble.
Sunstride is actually not too bad.
Maybe you can get up to the magic number of 4 strikers, but that is expensive.
And as we said before, 1 ensnaring roots and your 4 squads are very unhappy squads.
But he is going for the 4 strikers. Also now doing a big split attack. And tier 2. Ooh, that might be greedy. I mean, with 1 root, you can disable the strikers, which we'll probably see. Yeah, there is it. And now, with eruption support, the top army is going down.
Wait, why are the strikers healing?
As soon as they are in combat, and I think combat also means you are getting damaged.
Shouldn't it need to deal damage?
Think?
It deals.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
should, but maybe test server is ranky.
I don't
broken.
know, but yeah, now this is rather hard to stop, and that's a lot of units.
Oh, Armatores is writing in the chat. Shared damage is healing. Ah, okay.
Alright. Alright, they deal damage to their other buddies. Okay, okay, that is weird, but I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Weird, but I'll allow it. And yeah, the fire player here, Pepi, looking really strong. This early tier 2 did not play out in the slightest.
Yeah.
Afro taking a big hit here, and this death ball is more or less unstoppable if you're still on tier 1.
Yeah, he's falling behind so much. Not sure how he got 1 tier 2 unit out. Well, not sure if that changed something. Pepi is not pushing. He's taking
Yeah,
the power
that
well.
is interesting. I mean, of course you can. As long as you deny the tier 2, there's no reason to rush. You have map control, you can do whatever you want. On the other hand, of course, you have the trouble of if he sneaks off and he gets a sneaky tier 2 and you're suddenly behind and there are new solutions to the problems you propose, it might be a little more tough after all.
But he has the swift unit, so even if he starts running to some location, he can probably be there in time. The longer he waits,
Swift
the
unit,
more
pretty good.
energy is coming back from the void for Afro.
But he has a good army, and the power well is working his due, so I don't think there's too much time for Afro, and especially since he has to fight on tier 1, it's just a lot of power difference.
Pepi is not summoning anything in the meantime.
Probably he wants to be able to triple eruption defenders. A rare trick that I tried once, it was a horrible idea. Don't do this, Tome kids.
Root on the strikers.
Yeah, that is that on the other hand is a really good fight for Afro now. That is the value he needs with the ensnaring roots. But how to deal with the strikers? That is the big question. You don't really have a counter for them at the moment.
Yeah, but the Wind Weavers cleaned up all the Sunstries in the meantime.
Doesn't matter. There's no way you can kill these strikers unless you have
Another
5 squads of Wind Weavers. Wind Weavers are very bad at focusing, and these guys redirect damage while they heal. Not easy. Not easy to kill, especially if you only have access to small units.
No healing, no hurricane.
There's no way you can stop this gang. And yeah, Pepi looking really strong here. GG.
GG is called. And with that, Pepi is taking the win on this match. Let me open a Gelange, and we are having a look how the event is progressing. So we are waiting for the match from SK and Navarre, and then the next set of Swiss will be activated. In the meantime, we can have a look at the cards both players had during the match. The rare and ultra rare cards. So, okay, we had Razor Leaf, Inferno, Skycatcher, so a lot of crazy cards.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Spike Roots, maybe Double Nature. He had the Ice Guardians, one nice tier 1 card. And he had Dryad, but the green one. Okay, sadly.
Green Dryad is very situational. There are combos, of course, that work, but I think they're all in Shadow, in Army, pretty much. It is a long time ago that I was really good with all these deck lists.
Yeah, and he had quite a bad boost luck. He got 3 Spike Roots. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, go for the charge upgrades, man, on the test server.
So that was the decks from the card from Afro, and we had also Pepi. There's Pepi. Motivate. Ooh, he could have gone Soul Stone. He has Viridia.
Motivate's a nice card, but of course, getting it just on tier 2 if you do not have a tier 1 for Shadow is a bummer. Yeah, I'll admit that.
He had so many tier 4 cards. So yeah, the Ashbone, Parasite, maybe Viridia, and Amazon, but that's kind of it. Yeah, quite the PvE deck cards he pulled there. I think the Dreadnought would be nice if you can sell it. Yeah, of course, and Zimbabwe. Very expensive card if you can sell it, but welcome to the test server.
Yeah, welcome to the test realm. You ain't going nowhere with that money.
So, we can do a short break. I get something to drink. I think my phone rang, so we do like a 3 minutes break before we are continuing the battle here. We will be back in a second. See you around.
Bye-bye.
Alright, people! Looks like we're having another match done. Toggy is taking business stuff doing, and it looks like we are ready to take the second stage of the match. So we have Pepi and Armatores, DonProm and Navarre, Afro and Caroflex, and SK and MrDoom. Let's go for DonProm and Navarre. So DonProm and Navarre. We are starting on Semi. Let me have the seat here, and we'll close this thing here off. I need a better deck here. Let me get a Spitfire deck. Spitfire. This is looking like a good deck. We can wait a second here for Toggy. I'm not sure. He said he needs to take a phone call. Looks like Navarre has a Shadow Star with a nasty surprise. And DonProm decided for a Fire Tier 3 unit. Okay, both are ready. Let's say we are waiting 20 seconds for Toggy, and then we are starting the match. Can't share my screen with him. I can see the stuff if he's not in the lobby. All right, let's go. We just saw the Mana Wing. Maybe we see it again in this Tome tournament. So far, no one is pulling out any cards. I'm waiting a bit here for the opponent to make a move. And Navarre Fire Start. DonProm. Fire Start. Fire and Nature Nomads. Okay, I think the Fire one is winning against the Nature if you have 3 of them. First Paolo taken for DonProm. And Army Spawn for Navarre. Already showing 3 more units, 2 more units from his deck. And there are 2 more archers on the left side. He has the Wrecker. Could be a problem if there are cool cards. Sorry, we're just eating a bit of chocolate to get energy. And ability use.
Engineer on duty!
Ooh, and we have the Thunderer. So here, the Engineer on duty. Do you know what unit that is?
Engineer on duty!
I think it's obvious. I think you know that voice line. Cobalt Engineer? Yeah, I would also bet my Battleforge points on that. Yeah, Engineer. Cobalt Engineer, correct. And the big battle is going in the direction of Navarre, if you ask me. Oh, he is playing a mine! A sneaky mine under the power well. That is the window DonProm needed to survive this attack. Will he kill the Thunderer? Ooh, body blocking. Thunderer survives. The question is, can he still push a bit more here? There are some S counters as well for DonProm erupting. The Thunder is now currently just binding energy. No place to heal up again. And too scared to do an attack. Focusing the power well, ignoring the units here. He wants to get this kick. And GG is called. That was the first match going the direction of Navarre. So let's see where we are going next. Map choice, DonProm. He is just checking out the names, so let's give him a second. I also don't know the map names. I only know Uru is the big frost map, and Haladur is my favorite map, and my second favorite map is Urmia. The other names I'm swapping around, Simai and forgot the other one. Yeah, they are just the small maps where I hate to play. We are going Uru. Again, the big map. Will we see a switch in deck or strategy? Navarre currently with a +1.
Deepest blue.
Ooh, that is difficult.
Deepest blue.
Ooh, let me think. I would say that is one of the Sky Elf. But which?
Deepest blue.
You go for Winter Witch. I'm not playing the card. I say the Sage. Yes! Tricks. That is now 2-1 for me. Alright, left side start of Navarre. Again, the Fire Nomad and Nature Nomad done from right side. Both are going for the tier 2 and Powerwall position. And... going to the triple Powerwall position. Interesting, not saving the tier 2 spot. Both are not building yet. Sure why they wait. It's quite a big map. They decide against the building of the power. We're seeing some mind games here. Voice line expert, I'm not sure. I was thinking to add also the voice lines of other languages to that command, maybe in the future. So you can have voice lines in Russian and we have to figure out the unit. Okay, we see the battle after Powerwall taken, double Powerwall for both sides, interesting enough. And now Nomads and a lot of Sunstriders. Thugs, perfect counter against Sunstriders. He needs to save. Oh, he will not make it. Nope. Sunstriders are killing off the Thugs in time. That was huge. Big eruption. Thugs is a counter spawn, but that is sadly the wrong choice here. Since 3 of the archers can kill off these Thugs in time. And with that, Navarre again a very good position. 3 squads, 1 half dead. 52 HP left. Thugs coming up and Sunderer. Guess he's not playing any S counters. And he is out of days. He has to be careful there. Getting trampled. More Sunstriders. Oh, we have kind of the critical mass. Oh, forget it. Nice eruption cleaning up units. Well, he is making progress on the Sunderer and the enemy archers. Oh, yeah, now 3. Ah, no, he will survive. That hurts. No sundering, but still half that Powell. Eruption to buy a bit more time. And I guess one Powell will fall here. Will he get another eruption? Nah, he's not needing another eruption. That is enough. Will he invest more to kick another Powell? No, it looks like he's fizzling out. Yeah. Great start for Navarre, giving him the window to go tier 2 with a bandit deck. Rebuilding the Powell for DonProm. Tier 2 is up. He's waiting in the middle for tier 2. Yeah, tier 2 fire into Shadow as well. Double bandit. Who are you? The Eliminator. Okay, M counter. We are not seeing this one in the current meta. Does he have the ability? Less taming. Activates the great units in 20 seconds. Every friendly demon and undead unit within the area will be able to be focused out to defend. Oh, okay. Interesting thing. Getting another power in the top and double power well in the bottom for Navarre. So currently DonProm still behind in 1 power well. And Commando is going for the battle in the top part of the map. He needs some kind of S counter. Darkest Assassin's very strong S counter. Nevertheless, if you switch them or not, they are just strong S counters. Of course, the Warlock is an interesting choice of cards. Taking a Powell in the bottom, so map control now goes to DonProm. Big lava field, cleaning up 2 units, and these are split apart. Probably seeing a double switch here. Big nasty. More assassins. Not switched. Now switched with an eruption. This is looking bad. That's a lot of units around. They are already switched, so you cannot knock them back. And they get less damage, but the S counters are around. Now also with the damage up from the Warlock. Yeah, that looks like a kick Powell. It's a second kick Powell, but I still think DonProm is not looking too shabby here. Instant rebuilding. He has the lockdown on the map. Might get the 2 Powells kicked so far, but he can go tier 3 whenever he wants. In the meantime, Bandit Sorceress. Okay, an NS counter. What is this? Termite Hill? Can you increase the range of the Termite Hill with... and the Wind Hunter. Yeah, that is no Termite Hill for you. 2-shotting. And a big squad of units coming around to play. These are M counters, so that is a very hard counter. Meantime, 1 squad of Dark Elf Assassins trying the best. Yeah, he has to be careful with his Wind Hunter. Ooh, erupting. Nice cleanup. In the meantime, we see us counterattack with one squad of archers. We're just standing around, so get them to use. Good decision. And there is now the M unit, but these are M counters, so they are melting them quite fast. Switching. Not switching. The Warlord. Erupting. Pretty expensive decision, but he has the upper hand here. Meantime, the attack in the main base. Nah, maybe you can do a bit more damage. So, more damage there. Eruption to kill off some more units. We are rolling the R? Well, we are pirates. Arr. Maybe he can defend here, and the prop power was killed by the Rage Claws in support with the Ravage. So, very good kick there. That looks the counter kick. He needs to kill the unit. Nice save. Holy crap. That could be the tier 3 position for Navarre, but it looks like DonProm having a very nice situation now. Killing one power well there. So he is kind of ahead now. Yeah, after building this one, he needs to defend it. That's the important part. Yeah, spam of units. Is he going for the orb or again for the same power well? Oh, the spears. Lava fielding. Pretty expensive decision to clean up the two squads, but bit damage on the power well as well. Another lava field. Holy crap, he has the energy he needs. Oh, well, there's the first unit down. Another lava field. Yeah, he's kind of floating in energy there. Rage Claws, he is trying to get them on the power well, since they can rack up damage as soon as they have stacked it up. Needs to get them out of daze, else they get melted. Oh yeah, now it's starting. He is just buying time. Holy crap! Look at these guys. How well kicked, and DonProm cannot do anything here. And that's another power well. No tier 3 build so far. Attack at the base here. Only one Nightcrawler. And the units are switching targets now to the middle. Oh, there's a mine. Sadly, only getting one unit, but buying time is also important. Switch Nightcrawler will die in a second, but we have again the Rage Claws. Needs a bit more support for them, else they get killed by the sorceress. Ooh, that could be in time. Erupting, and it's gone. Meantime, attack is going for the double power wall on the right side. Double Nightcrawler, a mine. Yeah, mine is just buying the time he needs. Wondering why we're not seeing tier 3 at this point. Both should swim on quite some energy. Are they not taking a tier 3 in consideration currently? And a Sunderer. Okay, he wants to get more map control again. In the meantime, counterattack for the lower power well. Mine is great here. Oh, Warrior's Death on the Sunderer. Less damage for this unit, but he will die in 30 seconds. But that could be enough. Maybe with a bit of eruptions, you can clean that up. One more. Yeah, that was a clean up. Interesting strategy. Normally you don't have the deck slot for stuff like this. Counter kick by DonProm in the lower part. So, kind of equalizing here. DonProm retaking the top. And Navarre retaking the bottom. Oh, and here we have the tier 3. Now it's getting interesting with another fire orb. Double fire. DonProm not taking an orb or power well yet. He is currently behind in power wells. And there is the tier 3 as well with another fire orb. Oh no, he's not behind in power well. I forgot about the loss in the base. Yeah, he's behind in 1 power well. 6 against 4. Oh, he's again behind 2 power wells. So Navarre currently in the better setup. And here we have Magma Hurlers. Shoutouts to Herdina. Using our match, but we will okay. I'm wondering why we have these things on this server. Can you send me the replay later? Maybe I can provide it to the team and they can figure it out. Very strange. Yes, Sun Reaver is just a good card in general, but these 2 units are L counters, so they can kill him quite nicely. Defended here by Navarre. Giant Slayer is the XL counter, but the damage is racking up. He has the Rage ability, and even with the Warrior's Death, I don't think he can push through to kill the power well. Needs some more spells here. More Eruption, Lava Field, recharging, and not enough. Another Eruption would have been needed. And power and the orb in the middle goes down. So Navarre is taking here quite a good stand. Needs to defend against the 2 Giant Slayers. Retake of the power, the orb. Yes. DonProm again rebuilding tier 3. Next attack already. Ooh, Corsair. Well, classic tier Tome card, I guess. Not classic PvP card, but Tome maybe. Great defense with the M counter on tier 3. Ooh yeah, that's looking bad. Orb going down. And DonProm back to tier 2. 4 power wells against tier 3. And GG is called DonProm. From DonProm. So Navarre is taking the win. Congratulations. So let's get the brackets up and see the current progress. Let me refresh. So we have already now DonProm and Armatores and Pepi done. Caroflex and Afro are playing, and SK and MrDoom are still in the matches. Let's have a look at Navarre's and Doom's, DonProm's deck cards. So DonProm had the Shadow Worm, Twilight Warfare, the Mine and Giant Slayer. We saw that. Ooh, maybe he had also the card for Harvester deck. But I guess tier 1 shadow cards are missing. More tier 4 stuff. Fire Dancer. And Gladiatrix, Spitfire, Disenchant. He has quite the nice fire cards as well. So maybe he's switching up decks for his next opponent. And then we have Navarre. Yeah, with the double Shrine of Martyrs. The root card. Everything goes Woe. Crystalline Hurricane, not bad. The Timeless one, okay. We saw the Corsair and the Thunderer. And the Frenetic is nice as well. Ooh, Brandok is also a good PvP card. Yeah, besides that, the most things are not too good in his ultra rare and rare department. So he tried his best with the cards he had. So we can see if we can jump in another match of another player, or we can do a short break by doing a round of booster quiz question. I've prepared 4 quiz questions. You cannot win a booster today, but it's just a general thing. I was thinking like, hey, if we have time, and oh, look at this, SK wins against MrDoom, so it's just Afro and Caroflex. So let's do a short quiz round, shall we? Oh, look at this. It's the old rod with a hat. Let's switch the old rod with the other hat. Okay. So I can also have... Let's have this open so we see live updates. Alright. I've prepared a quiz question for everyone to answer, who is currently not in game, of course. So let's see. What is the first quiz question? We had new reward voice lines like tricks used before. How many voice lines are available if you use the command? Cobbler is not the right answer. We are looking for a number. Are there all voice lines? Yes, all voice lines in-game. And I say all, I mean it's every attack command, like a unit has multiple select and move things. We have over 500 cards, so this is one. And if you select the Spitfire, another voice line, and if you give him a move command, another voice line, and if you give him an attack command, another voice line. So yeah, it's multiple voice lines for every card. Not every, there are a lot of cards without voice line, but quite a lot with. 30 seconds to go. Yeah, you're correct. There are over 500, nearly 500 cards, but not every card is a unit. And from the units, not every unit has a voice line. Yeah, absolutely correct. 5 seconds to go. Last chance to send in your guess. And the time is up. With quite some people joining. I just realized I didn't have a resetted the quiz thingy. But let's do that. Okay, so let's find out who the winner is. Oh, the correct answer is 3,204. The closest one is Street Kings with 1,432. Yeah, that's kind of a lot of voice lines. I mean, if you select the units, there are 5 voice lines for each, and attack are also like 5. And if they have an ability, there's another voice line, and so on.
Sleep well.
Ooh, I think I know that.
Sleep well.
So, chat, what voice line is that? I have my guess. I will not say it until like 5 seconds before the time is up.
Sleep well.
I would say Shadow Mage. It is Shadow Mage, but Dryad is also a very good choice since he had the sleep ability. Alright. So we are still waiting for the last match of Afro and Caroflex. We can do a short break, get everyone get something to drink, and we'll be back in like 2 to 3 minutes. And then we see who is the next opponents. Alright, we are back. Looks like the fight is not yet over from Afro and Caroflex. I could message them, but not sure if I want to interrupt their match with my annoying message. They should focus on their fight. Oh, look at this! What a perfect timing. Match is over right in this second. And with that, we are already in the third stage of the tournament. So last time we saw DonProm and Navarre. Before that we saw Afro and Pepi. So I guess we go to MrDoom and Caroflex in the next round. Let's get Caroflex and MrDoom. For a round of Elion. MrDoom is currently in another match. Wisp. Going stream. Awesome. Alright. He found the group. Let me get that thing out of the stream. So, next stage, third stage of the Swiss on Elion, with Caroflex in the north and MrDoom south. Caroflex looks like having a... Alright, let's go with a Nome start and Doom with a Dread Charger. That is a shiny you have found there. Let's hope it gives you luck in this battle. Nature Nomad and the Dread Charger. Both are going for the middle? Yeah, no unit. There are some units. Caroflex, more units as well. That is a nice M counter you have there. Running away from that M counter, triple Nomad at this point. Keep in mind, Nomad's nature ability affinity means healing. He's now deciding to snipe away the... Oh, he will he get him? No, he survives. That's a bit annoying. Killing off before he can use his charge shot. That's looking good for Caroflex. Caroflex really needs a win. He lost the second both battles. And the charge shot didn't work because MrDoom got that tier 2 up and his power was not enough for that ability. Now with a Sunder. So the tier 1 of Caroflex looks pretty nice. Cancelling of the orb, smart decision. You cannot build that up with the Sunder and 3-4 more units around. So tier 2 is now getting up here. Lost Soul stack for MrDoom. Quick question. Does he have any magical Lost Souls card to clean up some of these units? Not sure if the charge shot is enough to kill one. No, the units will heal up again. But not sure if that was efficient. Double Sunderer. L counters against the Sunderer. Good decision. But there's still so much damage. Probably have Cobalt Rig. Oh, Glaciation. Early Glaciation is good. Is focusing on the lower Sunderer here. Nice S counter. But the orb goes down. This looks like a very decisive tier 1 push by Caroflex. And... yeah, that's brutal. Power down. I don't see a window here for MrDoom. GG is called. The first point goes to Caroflex. And with that, it is map choice of MrDoom. No, 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 no. Don't leave me. Invite to group. Oh, he needs to look at the maps probably. Let's wait till he finds the map he wants to play. As always, it's loser's choice. And we go Semai. Hello, Semai. Like, Caroflex is not switching anything at this deck. And MrDoom as well. So, second round. MrDoom needs to have that win here. It's hard to pinpoint where he went wrong on the last match. I think he didn't do too bad. Maybe it was just the unit decision, or just getting kited around. Bit more aggression, maybe? I don't know. MrDoom is going to the top over there. He is now aware of the Sunderer. Hey, he is going directly tier 2. He needs to do a bit of body blocking here. Yeah, like this. Buy every second. If you dies, it dies. But the Sunderer will rack up that damage. Alright, and now... Scourged off! No! Yeah, Unite. I think you need to cancel. Okay, MrDoom really don't want to fight on tier 1. And that's now a bit of a problem since Caroflex is having already the army here around. They cannot run to an orb and build it, else his unit will wreck him. Sunray is now going for the base, so even if you build now your tier 2, you still have to fight against the Sunderer. Maybe you need some Nox Troopers in your base. There's the first one. The double one are working fine here. I think you can defend this. Meantime, the North triple Nomad cleaning up his units. But at least his base is now safe. And with that unit mix, he has a bit of chances. Problem is the Nomads are M counters. So even if you have your ranged unit M counters, you cannot snipe them with their ability. You still need a bit more damage before you can use the charge shot. Falling back so your orb can help. That's important. And killing off in time. Needs to snipe away that one. Ooh, 4. So even if he snipes away that one unit, it's not enough. That's a lot of units in your base. And since they are M counters, oh yeah, it looks brutal. I think the tier 2 attempt, I understand why he did it. I think he just has these 2 tier 1 units. Yeah, GG is called. And this is the match win for Caroflex. That was a quick one. Pretty brutal. I guess we can ask another person to jump in their matches. We haven't seen Armatores yet, so I will message him. We can have that match on stream. Yeah, we are missing Armatores. And I think we didn't saw SK yet, right? Yeah, we didn't saw SK. So these two will be our next people on stream. Charles maybe for their next match, and then SK in the last segment, in the last stage. So while we wait for every other pairing to end, we can have a look at the decks they are using. So let me get the chat up. So we have Caroflex. With Free Spirit, Time Shifter. Yeah, they're not working. Gate of Aquilos. Keeper Rogan is not a bad card. The Sunderer, Gladiatrix, Fireworm, another Sunderer. That's unlucky. We have Brannock, Spitfire, and Voodoo Shack. That would be awesome if we would see it in the Tome tournament. And MrDoom with Dryad, Abomination, Altar, Sentinel. Mo could be interesting. The Dread Charger. We have Stormsinger and Avatar Frost. Wow, okay, I think his card pool for rare and ultra rare cards is one of the worst so far. I mean, you don't play the Nature Affinity here. Tier 4 units are wasted of time. You can play Altar of Nihil, but he does not have too much shadow stuff around. The Mo is okay, but very expensive for tier 3 card. Red Charger, awesome. The Frost Ice Fang Raptor, not sure. Nightshare Plant, same here. Tier 3 cards, you're looking more tier 2 and tier 1 cards. Stormsinger Red. Avatar Frost, a triple Frost card. I don't think you can play triple color in Tome. You are missing so much other stuff in tier 2. And then that's it. Yeah. I think he has one of the worst card pools so far. Well, while we are waiting for the second stage to end, we have a bit of time. Let's see. Oh, I got a message. Oh, SK wants to be on stream. That's fine. So we do SK instead of Armatores. Thank you for that invite. So we do now SK's matches versus Miss Afro. Currently, Afro is +1. So SK needs that win on Urmia. SK in the north with a Frost start and Nature start for MrDoom, aka Afro. And we have double archers against mana wings as counters as well. Ooh. Okay. Maybe they figured already out their card pool and Afro is going all out on S counters. Frost does not have too good tools against archer flying units. You can spam your master archers like crap. And I think we didn't have any anti-air units around. Ooh, nice route for that unit there. Focusing on the small units, the Miller units. If he gets the ground units killed, one mana wing down. So far it was a good trade. He lost one squad and killed one squad and another mana wing. So this is now already a very scary ball of death. So only flying around with the archer, with the mana wings. Here are then some archers for ground presence. How well taken. So he is playing a bit for the long game. Could also summon 2 more archers, but pushing in with tier 1 frost. Yeah, I think it's possible. Think nature without healing. No hurricane, just roots. Okay, he's going back. He's don't want to lose that power well, I guess. More archers. Ooh, that looks like a snipe. Yes, very close, but that mana wing goes down. He has the critical mass, so he can do 1 volley and clean up the units. Nice route. Getting damage on the front row units. Getting 2 killed. And losing a unit as well. There are 2 very dead units. You need to snipe them. Ooh, that will be close. Yeah, okay, in time. Monoing starting attack at the power well. He is cleaning up a bit of units. He can do another route in a second. Yeah. But all his units are nearly dead. No! Not doing any damage with that squad. That is very unfortunate. The melee units coming around. Spearmans. Yeah, maybe Spearmans would be the better choice against the Ball of Death. Which is, by the way, falling apart at this point. But Powell was taken by SK, so it's not too shabby. He must be sitting on quite some energy here. It is paying off in a second, yeah. 1 minute to go, and he is going into the plus for that. No Caroflex, it doesn't matter how you insert your win. It's just important that you type in win. As far as I know for the Swiss system. Oh, or is it point difference? Oh, I think it is important to write it down for Swiss. So if there is a tie break in the Swiss system. And tier 2 is up with fire. Interesting combination. But nature needs to do something here. How well orb something? It is orb. Erupting a single squad of Windweavers? Into Frost. Stonekin again. We saw that on stream. Power well taken for SK. He really takes his time here. And now with the range ability, starting the siege on the power well. Another L counter against the S counter. Oh, look at this. The switched Spearman dealing more damage against M units. That is what you need. Yeah, but dodging also. Not sure if that is working out. Let's see here. Rage Claws. They can stack up some damage. But getting pulled around, pushed around. Light Blade. Light Blade is the perfect counter against the Stonekin Tempest, but if he's getting bounced around, he's not doing anything. And ability use. With that, it's currently disabled, but he has so much stuff around, he can probably kill it, yeah. Meantime, the ranged units are coming around, and here's the Crystal Fiend. That brings a lot of value to this high HP unit. That power well looks like done for the moment. Meantime, attack is getting started in the middle. We have a Termite Hill getting built. He needs to get it up. Lava field to buy time. Oh, he really needs to get this up. It is up. Attack on the orb. We have the build of a cannon tower. And the Termite Hill is up and is starting his work on the monument. The use of the ability costs energy, but it's quite cheap. I think it's 30 or 50, 40. Eruption to kill the unit. The building goes down. I think with the current setup, it looks like both will kill the orb kind of the same time. Don't think SK can defend that orb, and probably will instantly rebuild in the middle. Same from Afro. After kill on this power orb, he will... Oh, he's already moving with some unit to the next position. Routing. There we have another light blade. Directly kiting the unit. And orb goes down. And he just pulled away his unit, now doing the rebuild. No, he does not do the rebuild, probably not having the energy at the moment. But efforts rebuilding. So it is kind of an orb switch here, but for the moment, keep in mind, SK lost one power well. And Afro currently still on his tier 1 power wells. This power well paid off quite a bit. So in terms of energy, SK should be ahead. Both waiting for their tier 2. Where is that cannon tower fighting? He's fighting that one single unit from the Wind Weavers. That's stupid. Oh, he gets pushed in the right direction. Oh yeah, he's making it home. Yeah, he survives. Double towers in the middle. Better take it safe. But he is in range from the Stonekin. I think the tower will kill him over time. Repositioning. Oh, with the healing, the defenders are surviving the bombardment of the towers, but not in range to deal damage. Well, that's not helping. No power wells taken so far. Starting a ranged attack on the left flank for the main base. Defenders are getting decimaled here. And another Termite Hill. He probably will get it up. Yeah, just a diffusion. Rage Claws now on the power. That is now problematic. That will probably go down. I don't think he has the burst damage to get them away before they stack up their damage. Cobalt Trick. Okay, maybe he can. Meantime, attack at the top position here. Kantar is helping a lot. They're getting slowed down by the Frost Bite. Another Cobalt Trick in time. No! That's sad. He needs to counter kick now here. And I just said counter kick and he's losing the Tempest. But he probably will get the kill on the tower. And later maybe also on the M counters. Oh, to snipe away the flyer. That was smart. One shot. And the Rage Claws just run away from the archers. SK has quite some energy bound here with the two towers. But with that, MrDoom aka Afro, only one power well up and running. So his power reserves are getting drained even faster. Two power wells behind. So now it's all about unit mix and strategy. Losing... Oh, he killed one power in the middle to get the power back. Yeah, he needs the power here in terms of units. That's 4 archers on your power well. He is looking like he is going for defend at the base. Yeah, he decided to lose that power well. Taking power well in the middle where it's a bit more safe. Falling back with the units to heal them up. Power well rebuilt in the base for Afro. In the meantime, Pepi wins against DonProm. Alright, nothing built and summoned in the meantime. Very defensive game so far in the last minute here. Dazed Firestalker. With his knockback, he could be the key, maybe. Yeah, you don't want to over... Oh, is that a tier 3 attempt? Tier 3 for Afro. He was behind an energy. Tier 3 for SK. He has more of the energy pool. So we see a bandit deck with double fire. No, frost, fire, shadow, and frost, nature. Rainbow versus Stonekin. And tier 3 is up. Swamp Drake. Strong flying unit. Even he is an XL counter, he has 1700 damage. That is a lot of damage on any unit. And he can attack, of course, the cannon tower without having a problem. And, ooh, Lost Horror. Multi-target damage. Quite a lot of HP. But he is an XL unit. The natural counter against the flying XL counter called Swamp Drake. Split attack starting with drones on the left side. Okay, using the spear, not doing too much damage. Yeah, drones on the power well, and now triple damage. Ooh, yeah, you need to do something against this. Silverwind Lancers against the drones. Double Swarm Drakes here. You just have to keep them alive, your unit alive. One more shot, maybe 2 more. Wow, that was huge. That one power well is still up, maybe 1 eruption. Nice, and cleaning up that position. You cannot rebuild the orb here. That means Afro has now only his tier 2 up and 1 squad, 1 ground unit. If he loses that ground unit, it's kind of over. He needs to get something against these 2 flyers. Okay, not focusing here. Focusing on the drones maybe. Running away. Yeah. Oh, he was budgeting for another big evil eye, getting sleeped. Falling back after the kill of the power orb. He could rebuild. Nice eruption, one of the birds. Drones getting repaired. Not sure if he has a double frost unit. Yeah, he has. The Light Blade is a tier 2 unit. So, yeah, you can summon the Light Blade. He is not done for it yet. But will he take tier 3? Yes, he will. And now the big evil eye is coming around. Also fighting against someone with 3 powers. If you have 0, that will be now pretty tough. Light Blade, excellent choice just to disable the unit. But the split shot is a problem. Split shot is still hitting everyone here. Ooh, but the damage is racking up. Yeah, he can kill that unit. Whoa! That was impressive. That was impressive. Not gonna lie here. I was not expecting that. And L counters coming up. As well as the Sun Reaver for SK. Without any power walls, Afro is holding up quite phenomenal here. So yeah, these are the L counter. Let's see if we can burst that down. Snacking away the first Sylvan Lancers. Reaver is now... Oh, Warrior's Death. He is getting all power on this unit here. He will not have enough to kill that. Yeah, Cobalt Trick also now having a spell on the drones. I think I saw some... Corsair! Alright. He has a problem with the flyer here. He is an XL counter. But again, multi-target damage. Maybe he's using the ability. Yeah, using the ability. Maybe the commanders can kill the flyer. That would be awesome. Giving a bit lead here in the... Yeah, flyer down. Can Cobalt Trick again? Nope. And with that, it's just one orb. GG is called, and with that, we have 1-1 for Afro and SK. Map choice Afro. Oh, SK is the team lead, so he has to open. And we are going back to Urbia. Maybe he's switching a bit of time stuff around. We have a deck called Tier 2 with a Bloodhorn by SK. Let me have a sip in the meantime. Alright, normal start again. Master Archers, Wind Weavers. Same start so far.
Master Archers, here.
Alright, got the info from Toggy. He needs to leave for the moment. He might be in the chat, but we will now doing the battles here, and maybe as soon as we are in the final stage, players from the Swiss round are allowed to join the stream as well if they want. So maybe someone who cannot be playing the top 4 wants to co-commentate as well. Or I think Trix was around, so if he wants to join the commentary, it could be possible as well. Both are going directly tier 2, no power walls taken. Dancing around with the units. Both with S counters. Here we have 3 archers, here only 2. Both going for fire. So looks like Afro is switching to a Twilight deck. Meantime, Armatores is taking the win. And ooh, interesting. And Lightblade use on the L unit, rooting the unit. He needs to kill that Lightblade. Now in range of the archers. Yeah, explosion damage. Okay, I think SK can defend this. Only the Wild Blood is alive, and maybe the Light Blade can reuse the ability to keep him close. Yeah, I think the route was not the right decision here. Can do a bit more damage with his range unit, so the Light Blade will go down. Probably. Yes, alright. I will take in the meantime for SK. That means Afro needs to do some damage. Or take a power as well. M counters coming up. Both dancing around with their dinosaurs. Nice route. And now it's the hour of the dinosaurs. He tries to dodge some of them at the attacks. Big lava field, but only one squad of Rage Claws are still alive. That unit is kind of dead. He is going for the knockback as the main strategy here. But behind in one power well. Let's see, he is going for more units and not a power well. Defense strategy of SK. Looks like that is his M counter. Buffing his own unit. How much percentage is this? 20, 30, 25. 25 more damage. Both have this card here. Big lava field. Could be enough to kill 1, 2. Ray of light. Maybe enough. Erupting, and with that, one can survive. So this fight looks a bit more into the direction of SK. Spearmans can get knocked back, so he has to be careful. Switching and starting to deal damage. Getting pushed back a bit. Might be able to kill that one dinosaur. Yeah, he has to fall back to save his units. Quite the strategic battle here with movement to avoid the delayed damage by the Firestalker. Maybe he can snipe away one of them here at the top. Oh, well taken by SK. So with that he is +2. I'm not sure. Is it not possible to use that cliff to attack down to the orb? Tier 3 by Afro. With a fire orb. So nature into double fire. He has quite the army now at his base here. But the damage is not too high. Yeah, doing damage in the middle in the meantime. Getting the high ground here. He could attack. Yeah, now he's starting to attack. And, ooh, big L counter. M counter, sorry. That's an M counter. Even with the light blade, probably will have enough damage to burst it down. It's not so much, thanks to the ability. And the raptors are L counters. Interesting, easy cleanup. And here's the battle of dinosaur versus dinosaur. Let's see if he can survive this. Next. Unit up. And it goes down. He might be able to kill the light blade here. And now run away, run for your life. Ooh, and getting bitten and down, as well as the Powell. That was his window. So what next? You have a big tier 2 unit at your base. With a lot of dinosaurs and double fire shamans. Erupting, ooh, killing it with 2 units with that. Good deal. And again, the lava feeling to get the time you need to get what I said, to get the erupted Termite Hill up. Rage Claws, that is the power killer of today's stream, if you ask me. They were very strong in multiple matches. If you can keep them alive. Ooh, there was one shot. Yeah, a bit of knockback. They still can stack up their damage. Need to keep them alive. Powell down. So Afro now on 1 Powell. Another set of Rage Claws. So we did not saw any tier 1 fire units from Afro. So if he's losing that nature tier 1 orb, he might be down to the units he summoned. Maybe wants to save 1 unit if needed. But to be fair, he's now down to 0 power wells. Don't think we see the comeback here. GG's. Nice match. And with that, we are to stage number 4. And stage number 4. Let's wait for the update. Yeah, here we go. We are going for Armatores. We said, oh, Armatores against SK. We saw that SK currently, so let's get him back into the group. Let's get SK and Armatores. We are starting on Lajesh. Let me get Battleforge back into the foreground. Wrong button. Lajesh. It's first time Lajesh on stream. Alright, let's go. First time Armatores on stream. And with that we have all the players at least one time on stream, which is awesome. I always feel bad if I do PvP streams with like 30, 60 players and you can only show off like 8 of them. Both are waiting. Both are still waiting. And we're seeing Armatores Nature Nomad start and Nature Nomad start. It is for SK as well. Both taking the power well. So far, it looks like Armatores is the one going for an attack. They still have time to use the chat instead to focus on the battle, so that is a good sign. Currently just mind games and running around. Second Nomad getting summoned. And we see the Wrecker. We haven't checked the cards of SK yet, so we might see some Thunder action. Firebomb. Oh, that's a new meta. 50 energy bound in that building. But that is a very scary building. Let me see, how much damage does it do? 720 to each unit. And 1,800 total. And there's the Thunder for SK. Erupting bit too early, the Thunder. No! Ah, the movement. The Nomad could have been done if the unit would have moved a bit differently. But now it's a bit problematic to kill the Thunder in time. Double Nomad could be enough. He's killing his building over there. We got the energy back, probably for the counter-attack. Here we have the M-sized M counter. Triple Nomad. So Wrecker, a bit cheaper, but a bit less health, but more damage. So I think he is a bit more stat efficient. Of course, only if you can kill the units. Instant repair of the power well. Double Wrecker, yeah, run away, Amateurs. Not rebuilding yet. Repairing, not rebuilding. Triple Nomad, healing is so with that active. Well, they already figured out some cards of the opponent's deck. Thunder can be scary. They're quite trigger happy with their eruption. And even the double Nomad, with that eruption, killing of the 2 units, his units are still alive and getting healed again. Taking the power well could be a bit greedy. Yeah, sniping away one of them. Not the best trade, but +1 power well versus tier 2 into Twilight. Sniping away another one, and this is surviving. That is unfortunate. Another eruption. Yeah, I just want to say you can build that cheap buildings quite easily. And Armatores is going for the nature tier 2, which means Twilight. And not in time destroying the building. Interesting enough that Armatores is playing Twilight. It's his main color, I would say. So let's see if he's having the needed cards for that. He has the new Twilight Archers, which are strong. And here we have a nice M counter round. S and M counters are ready. In the meantime, Bandit tier 2 is getting ready for SK. Ooh, the power well is already half down. Yeah, that is a nice unit, but probably too late. Rage Claws. Rage Claws can kill the M unit. The power goes down by the archers. Switching the S counter to an M counter to deal with the Stalker. Changing the S counter to an S counter. Nice use of the ability from the Twilight faction. Ooh, great explosion there. And now falling back. Sadly, not killing the Stalker with 30 HP left. But he did what he wants to do. Killing the power well after 48 energy was getting out of it. So, nice move. Stalker getting healed up again. And Viridia in Armatores deck. Getting some unbound units here. And now, with the Wind Hunter. There are no L counters around, but he is a strong flying unit. Not sure how he will perform against Twilight Archers. He has lifesteal. Ooh, that eruption. Nice move. Big lava field. Viridia is surviving. No, is not surviving. This is looking strong now for SK. Killing most of the units. Saving his own units. Lava field in the last second. Come on, one shot. Nice move. What? 4 HP. That was unlucky. Viridia healing back up that tree spirit and resummoning 2 more. Meantime, a flyer's coming around. So yeah, he cannot do a lot against that. And new power position, Trying to stay ahead. He already knows the strategy with the eruption, so he is now being more careful against the Twilight Archers. Buffing his Wind Hunter. This is double plus, since he is now healing more with his ability of the lifesteal, if needed. But eruption could kill him nevertheless. And there's the eruption. Ooh, and killing it before it's out of dates. Great. Switching, always important with the Spearmans. Meantime, the Viridia attack in the main base. He has the perfect counters around, but didn't switch them, so the lava field could kink them around. But that lava field was from SK, nearly killing most of the units here. But a lot of pressure on the power well. With the lava field, more damage and knockback. Viridia down. And the eruption is sealing the deal. Armatores behind him power well, but still kicking power wells. Power well taken for Armatores. Armatores currently. So also retake here, double there and 1 over there. That is now 5 power wells for SK against the 4 of Armatores. He is moving to the top position. Maybe there's a tier 3 or more power wells. Not sure what Armatores currently needs. He's getting the attack on the right front. It is power well on the top left. Yeah, these are hard counters for that M-sized unit. Nice route. Giving him everything he needs to kill off the Spearmans. The M counters coming around to kill the Fire Shaman. And maybe also the Stalker. Yeah, Stalker also down. 1 route, killing 3 units. Meantime, another power well for SK. And another one on top left for Armatores. That is a very power well heavy game so far. Especially for a small map like this. I smell we are getting a tier 3 at some point. No one makes here a very decisive battle. Unit spawn. I mean, with the current mix, you can kill power wells, but pushing down an L counter? Or maybe he's baiting on the L explosion. Not too shabby. Probably not enough. Already are nearly half dead there. Another great lava field killing off the units. Buying time with the attack force from the side. And focusing on the units here. Not dealing too much damage on the power wells. It's more stuff if he wants to push that down. Maybe with another lava field he can buy the time he needs. Eruption. A double eruption seals the deal on the power well. If you don't know what to do, the answer is probably Eruption. Counterattack getting started at Armatores tier 2 position. Getting Gridia and the two tree spirits. Tree spirits. Another power well for SK. Big lava field. Yeah, if you play with so many power wells, you can kind of spam that power wells and eruptions. Wall is taken. Buying the time you need. At least for the melee units, but the ranged units can still shoot over that cliff there. Erupting to snipe away the units. Wow. One survived. That's annoying. Tier 3 is getting built by Armatores with another nature orb. And SK is not building tier 3 yet. He is maybe not noticing or does not have the energy or is going for the defense. And with that, tier 3 is up. Ria surviving. Ooh, so close. No tier 3 yet. Oh, lava field and drones. Drones M size, a lot of stuff is coming, which is M counters, and there we have again the Swarm Drake. Great unit. And the Fathom Lord. Great damage dealer. Sadly, Dazed Wind Hunter instantly getting erupted. That hurts. L counter very needed against this unit. But with the maximum damage over there, it looks like Armatores is taking the first win. Great stuff, great stuff. And we're going Urmia. That was a quick decision. Let's see if they will adjust the deck accordingly. Maybe to confuse the enemy. Alrighty, second match. Armatores with SK. Armatores Northern start with the Strikers. While we have here a Frost start by SK in the north. Both are S counters, but I think the Strikers would win against the Archers. Normally Archers are weaker than the melee counterpart. Especially the Strikers can heal up with their damage when they deal damage. More snowballs. Okay. We have also the melee units in SK's deck. Wonder if he is playing like a spell besides Frostbite, like a glyph. More Strikers, triple Strikers, 4 Strikers. Now it's getting dangerous. Falling back. More, you need more. First squad gets sniped.
Master Archers, reporting. Master Archers.
Yeah, you need to keep them alive. He is summoning more. You can stack up to 8? No, 8 or 10? I can't remember. But in general, that is a very deadly ball of Strikers. Oh, Armatores is feeling pretty confident that he can win with that blob of Strikers. He is just thinking he can win that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe Frost can deal with that Striker Armada. It's just a lot of micromanagement you have to deal here. Yeah, look at this. I think you can push that through with Frost. He's running away. Maybe. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, you can run away here. But then you lose your power well. Ooh, that eruption was not bad, but was it enough? I don't think so. I don't think so. Wow, look at this. I told you, don't underestimate the Frost. Another power well taken. Big firebomb. That will help a lot to buy time. You cannot kill it in time. And he's probably outside of range. Yeah, you can offer one unit there. One set of strikers to kill off the unit. That was smart. Healing up his units. I will retake equalizing at the top. Staying +1. So far it looks pretty good for SK. But keep in mind these units are currently tier 1. So if this goes into a tier 2 battle, they probably get out damaged quite fast. Getting 2 units to deal with the firebomb. Split attacking. Ooh, okay. Firebomb down. His units are still alive. More 2 strikers now. They can snipe some units here. With another eruption. And they survive. At least for the moment. But the other squad died. Ooh, that will be close. I'm not sure if that will go up. That's a lot of units here. Nope. Oh, that's a lot of units at your power well. That looks greedy. I don't think that will survive. And now with 4 strikers again. Maybe he can decimate the units here. Erupting to knock them back. Knockback units cannot deal damage. I think he has a chance here to kill everything. Yeah, looking good. Close but good. That is the window he needed. In the meantime, tier 2. Frost into fire. Does he play the Scourged Earth? Summoning quite some tier 1 squads here. Triple firebomb? What is this? They have rapid construction, so no chance to get them down. Okay, that looks like an interesting tomb strategy. The strikers are getting killed. Powell. Probably. One is getting down. He saves it. That was important. Wow. Powell repaired. Orb is repairing. So he needs a double erupt and his window is down. He killed the Powell. That was not bad. So he is equalizing again the Powells. Sadly. Oh, erupting the firebomb. That was smart. And Armatores is calling GG's, but still fighting on. So he does not accept the loss yet. GG is if you lose, is you enter the game. Okay. And with that is the equalizer. That is actually some very cool tomb stuff you're seeing here. With a firebomb trying to kill the orb. One more bomb or better position of the bomb, and that could have been another direction. So, where are you going next? Oh, he has the Scourged Earth. And the last battle on stream for the Swiss stage will be on Elion. By the way, Tricks, are you interested to join the commentator's seat in the final matches here on stream? And Amateurs starting with the Strikers again, and the Snowball getting built in the south by SK.
Master Archers, here.
So, Powell for both, directly going for the middle. Will Amateurs take a second Powell or going for more units? Okay, yeah, at this point you cannot go for Powell. That one squad of Strikers can snipe one dazed unit, but has to be very careful. They're quite squishy with 420 HP. And 4 Strikers are around. So it looks like the repeat of the strategy performed before, but now it's looking better for Armatores since the Snowball hasn't formed yet and we see the tier 2 build in the meantime. So no extended tier 1 battle. SK decided like, nah, not doing this again. I show you my cool Frost Fire strategy. In the meantime, Amateurs have found a lot of energy in the Strikers, taking out the power well in the middle. The matches before, SK was playing a quite power heavy game. Getting an M unit out with knockback ability. Another one. So far, so good. No one's doing anything special so far. This is a very strategic match. Tier 2 Armatores into nature again. Splitting his units. Okay. And dodging the explosions. Powell, a pretty greedy Powell. Tier 2 is now running for Armatores. But he needs to stay up in terms of power. That one lava field does not kill enough. M counter coming up against the L counter. And Rage Claws. S-sized units. A bit problematic against the Strikers, but they still have a lot of HP, so they can survive a bit longer. But not against these archers. Another M counter. Another set of Rage Claws. Ooh. Frost Affinity Death Gliders with knockback against the S units. S and M unit, let me just check. Knockback small units, yeah. That is a hard counter for these guys. Power kick after 43 power. That was a quick kill. And what is this? It's again the return of the Termitil. Will he get up is the big question. Nah, I don't think so. Too much stuff around. But that Armatores has quite the army here. SK nowhere to go. Cannon tower. Great defensive option, but not against that flying unit here. Maybe he can get it down in time. Yeah, that looks good. Meantime, Pepi taking the win against Navarre. And SK surrenders. Win goes to Armatores. Congratulations. Great matches so far, if I do say so. So let's look at the brackets. We have 2 more people fighting, which is Afro and MrDoom, DonProm, and Caroflex. We can message Caroflex if we can jump into the game, but before that we will check out the decks and the cards from Armatores and SK. So, what did he has? Armatores with Storm Singer. Wow. Yeah, okay, here we have the Rydia. And the Monoing. Oh, wow, he does not have 2 good Tomb cards in terms of ultra rares and rares. That's looking pretty hard stuff here in these departments. And then we also have SK. SK. S_K. Up. Night Guard. He has Dread Charger. Yeah, Dread Charger and Thunder. So a bit of tier 1 action. You could switch from the Frost start. But maybe if you don't have any other cards to support it, it will not help at all. So yeah, let me see. We can try to message like Caroflex if we can jump into another match. And we can message MrDoom. And while we're waiting, we do a very short break till we get an answer. And then we might be... Yeah, Caroflex is in the last match, right? That means maybe we can join MrDoom. But for the moment, we do a short break. See you in a minute.
Oh no!
Alright. I see MrDoom and Afro's match is already over. So it's just Caroflex left. And he is already in his last match as well. Which is good. Which is very good. Let me just see. I think there's a bug. I think I have to adjust something with the final stage of the tournament. Does Caroflex have a chance to go to the final? How is the score and count? Let me see if I can show that on stream. So this is currently the standing. As you can see, currently the top 4 players will go. And Caroflex, if he's taken the win, he will have, let me see, 2 wins and 2 losses. And same as SK and Navarre. So it will go down to their match. So how he performed against them and so on. So I trust the Swiss system here. Oh, there's already the update. So let me just refresh this thing here. And it looks like Armatores, Pepi, SK and Afro are going to the finals. Great stuff. I just have to adjust the finals here. There's 2 rounds in this lower bracket. That is not what I wanted. I want only 1. Let me see if I can do this on the fly. Before I press start. Final. Double elimination. I think I have the right thing, right? Let me just save it like this. Whoops. Fresh. I'm confused. Do I have to... Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Save again. Yes, look at this. Okay, that is the right thing. Just took me a moment here to figure out how your launch works. So, end of the group phase. Start of the end phase. We are starting off with Afro and Armatores in the semi-finals. We are looking, let me just update the names again. We are starting here on, oops, wrong on screen. Whoops. And second map will be Urmia. Safe. Refresh. And so, Uru with Armatores and Afro. So, let me get that out of the way. Back to Battleforge. And we are opening a match of Uru. Spectator. So yeah, if someone from the event is interested in joining the voice chat, you can do so. Yeah, like if you're not playing, especially like if you're playing, you might not want to join, but But if you are done for the event, you can join as well. It's that Swiss system. Let's see if I can see that on the spot. Can pull it up. Give me a second. Whoops. So yeah, it's down to the point difference stuff. Like this Uchol thingy. The Swiss tournament value displayed as the standard playable the sum of the player's opponent's scores with the best of it's just that system of Swiss. I'm not a genius to explain this in short. Excuse me, yeah. I'm not the expert on this. I'm just trusting the system here. We are not the first using it, so there might be smart people who decided that is a good thing to do. Alright, we are still playing best of 3 with Armatores versus Afro. Yeah, DonProm, that makes sense. Maybe I should read up on the Swiss stuff and put it in the forum post. But as we all know, no one reads the forum post, so why bother writing something? But with that, we are starting the first semi-final between Armatores and Afro on Urmia. Alright, left side Armatores with... I don't know. Right side Afro Windweavers. Going for the close power well here. And Armatores with a striker start, taking also a power well. Let me get the standing up on the other screen. I'm not sure if these two had a match before in the group phase. Let's see. Armatores. Yeah, they are now fighting the first time each other. Exciting. They probably don't know their opponent's cards and strategy. Maybe they have looked at the stream. So I have a bit of an idea. And power well number 2 for Armatores. So looks like what tier 2 is coming up for Afro. With the Stone King deck again and Twilight deck for Armatores. Both on 2 power wells. So far nothing happened. I mean, we are nearly 2.5 minutes in and nothing important happened besides the base building game. Alright. Units are getting built, power getting built. So at the moment, SK is on +1. And getting the big Stonekin unit out. Ready for fighting! Okay, he's combining his units, deciding to go to a low one. Sorry, Afro. That switching of names. Afro, of course, Afro. And battle has started with a Root. Yeah, he does not have too many ranged units. There's the bird with a knockback. He has to be careful. He can be quite easily sniped with a low HP pool. But Viridia is around for healing. And now focusing on the Stone Tempest. Another Slayer is coming up. A Root. Oh, he's in range. He has to fall back here. A lot of half-dead units, but the longer Viridia is around, the better it is. Another Slayer. That is kind of the critical mass at this point. He can bounce around some, but not all. Firebomb in your face! The first Tempest is down. Okay, he's not in time for the firebomb. Nope, not in time. Big explosion. Tempest down. That's a huge force here. Next firebomb is coming up. Nothing here to destroy it in time. Cobalt Trick to save the power well. Switching archers into archers. And with that, first match, Armatores. Let's see where Afro wants to go next. We go Urmia. We have quite some Urmia matches here today on stream. Looks like we are not switching decks. And in the North Armatores, off the same start with the archers by Afro. Strikers. Yeah, I think they have decided with what deck they want to fight in this tournament. Permanent. I cannot speak anymore. We are at 3.5 minutes in. And I'm losing it, kinda. So, power well taken, Armatores. Afro equalizing. Looks like another power well. Bit of base builder game again. Another power well there as well. Another one for both. Okay, we are now at 5 power wells. That will escalate quickly. In around 3 minutes, we see some eruption and lava fields flying around from Armatores. Not sure. Another power well now for Afro. Is that the thing Armatores was waiting for, or is taking another one as well? Okay. Maybe orb? He could root to them. Okay, kiting them around. So far, equal power wells and nothing summoned yet. There's the orb. And again, a Twilight against a Stonekin. Yes. Both waiting for the tier 2. Not doing any tier 1 battles here. And again, 2.5 minutes in before the first action starts. Both have now +5 power wells. 7 total. Tier 2 is up. And it looks like now the battle starts. The annoying S counter with a knockback. Ooh, they're switching them so they cannot be knocked back anymore. It is M size, so not the perfect counter. Double firebomb. What? Okay. Yeah, if you not have any eruptions here, it's quite problematic to get rid of them. But split shot of the archers, maybe? Nah, not enough. More firebombs. Okay, killing that at least. And one power down. Cobalt trick. Can he kill the strikers? Yes, okay. He saved the other two, but lost one after... Okay, did not pay off total. Yeah, he has to be careful with rebuilding and repairing. Armatores lost his army. Ah, okay. Counterattack is coming in. There we have the Viridia with her spirit, tree spirit support, and the Slayer to counter off the unit. Then the firebomb. Yeah, that was a bit greedy to build it there. That is 550 energy down the drain. Slayer killed, probably not in time for the range of that eruption, yeah. Ray of Light. Great choice here to keep the units alive. Ah, sadly the archers didn't make it. Big question if he is killing the Slayer. Oh yeah, he's too close. He will get the eruption damage. Yeah, even with the Ray of Light, the Ray of Light did wonders here to keep that unit alive, but it was not enough. Powers have not been repaired in the meantime. Routing, counter routing, double Tempest at this point. Counter with double Slayers, and with one Slayer down. Damage is not to underestimate. Another Slayer down. Next Tempest up. He will lose that Tempest here probably. Oh no, he was bouncing in the right direction. Eruption not dealing damage on the low one, which is great. Look at this bouncing party here. Now also having the Crystal Fiend. That is now a great combination. That is now problematic. Yeah, tier 3 is coming up. With double nature Twilight. Routing to buy time. More Tempest. Tier 3 ready in 7 seconds. Oh, placing them so close together could be a problem. Oh, frostbiting. He gets disabled a lot of them. Let's see how much damage he can pull off. He probably will survive, right? That would be a close one. Yeah, he survives. Huge. Next frostbite. Oh, you hit the wrong one. That is unfortunate. Okay. With that, one of the Tempest is down. He invested 3 of his units to do this. Getting to safety. Is that enough? Well, he is not dealing damage on the orb. We're not seeing a counter split attack somewhere. Focusing one by one. Ooh, the bird. Could be good. Sleeping. And now picking them one by one. That could be the way to go. Focusing on the bird. Not enough. Getting more L counters in. Interesting. Giant Twilight Slayers are XL counters. But they are in general powerhouse. They have so much damage. Flyer down. I think the switch in strategy is not a bad decision. Drones. Is that the right choice? Big lava field. I'm missing something. Why can't Wind Hunter not sure what you mean. We are not seeing Wind Hunters at the moment. So far the battle is looking a bit more in the direction from Armatores. Yeah, falling back the Slayers with a split shot and he's 1500 damage. In the meantime, tier 2 now for Afro. He really needs that, I think. Split attack is starting at his tier 1 base with double drones. He's getting phalanx. These are L counters. In the meantime, the bird. Okay. Having Scourged Earth here. I was thinking Scourged Earth is also disabling towers. Interesting. Well, now we have a counter bird not having the sleep in time. Ooh, but the big thunderstorm. Okay, that can help a bit with the defense here. But he has the half-dead power wells over there. That could be a problem. And again, the double fire bomb. Sleep to buy time. One by one. Getting that kill here? Yes. That is enough. Route to buy time. Our wall gets defended. Sorry, orb gets defended, but this orb is not looking too good. Amateur is now getting the Virtuose. He can deal a lot of damage to buildings. Does he have siege? No, but his trumpet is dealing a lot of damage. Rooting a bit too late. He could use it now. Yes. And orb down. The power will get kicked. These got kicked. So Afro is down to 1 power wall and only tier 2. Counterattack is getting started in the middle, but delayed by the Fathom Lord. Big sleep to buy time. But you need more than time here. Lord Sidian. Yeah, he has a lot of good stats. He is also very expensive. Oh, no, don't run over the phalanx. Ooh, that was scary. He nearly killed his own unit there. That phalanx can melt your XL units if you run over them. Why is he not fighting? Why is the Fathom Lord not fighting? I'm confused. Light Blade and Phalanx. Oh yeah, that will be enough, right? Run over them. Oh, so close, so close. And power. Next orb getting killed. Only 2 units left. Probably will lose now his Lord Sidian against these small units if he's trampling them. And he's down. But yeah, it's only 1 orb left. Afro is trying his best. The Armatores is showing off his cards. Not sure if that is a smart idea since you have another battle upon you. He's losing his ground presence. Yeah, this is ground presence, but he still has that one building up there. That's a very interesting end of an PvP fight. If someone is spamming just fire bombs. No! Yeah. You played too much, Armatores. You played too much. Looks like that is his only Frost tier 1 card. Okay, Strangleholds. I think it's just a matter of seconds now. Armatores should swim in energy here. At this point, I think he's running out of charges for his firebomb. In the meantime, Pepi got the win against SK. Congratulations! Okay, my phone is ringing again. Maybe I need to call back. So we will finish that battle and do a short break so I can call back. More units streaming in. But I think now it's just a matter of seconds. Pepi is on fire? Yeah, kinda. And that's now GG's. So, I will go for a short break, do my phone call, and we will be back for the fight for place number 3 and 4. So, don't go anywhere, like 2 minutes. Alrighty, well, They don't pick up, so that's their thing. Let's have a look at the standing. We are now having our match between SK and Afro for place number 3, and then we show off the final from Armatores and Pepi. So let's get SK and Afro in that group. And disable this thing here. We start on Urmia. Before we are switching to the loser's choice. Alrighty. It looks like that Afro is building maybe a new deck or adjusting his deck. Or playing with a 90 deck. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's go. Again, SK starting with the archers. Ooh, these cards I know. That is the Witch Claws. Witch Claws as counters, and they have a nice ability, which I really hate if someone is playing it against me in PvP. Running all over the map. Looks like no instant tier 1 battle here. Powell. And Afro not taking the Powell. Taking the orb. Instant tier 2 into bandits. And here we have the snowball of getting ready to strike. Big question is, can he do something against it with his deck? I think if he's playing the how's it called, the Binded Minefield, that could be very stat efficient cleanup here. Okay, Stalker. Rippers. Rippers are good ass counters. They heal up again with corpses around. Eruption to buy a bit of time. Sadly, one Ripper died. That looks like a solid start with a tier 2. Snacking away some units. I think Rippers are underestimated. Over falling back. No more action after this tier 1 fight against tier 2. Splitting up his units here. Looks like an attack is starting on the right side. Meantime, no tier 2 or orbs. Okay, the Stalker is not the best counter against all the small units. Ooh, and the Bandit Launcher. Bandit Launcher has rapid construction, so it will get ready soon and do a lot of damage. buildings have quite the good stats per power well. And he has an ability which you can use to deal damage to ground units nearby. But it looks like that was not paying off too good, but it wasn't a distraction. Slightly the strikers and the rippers getting destroyed over here. Going back with the saucers. I don't think saucers are the way to go, even they are S counters. I think the rippers are the better decisions here with a passive healing. Lightblade snacking away that stalker. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Afro decided to go for sorcerers since they're range units. Oh, and of course they are M size, so even the Marcher archers are not the correct counter here anymore. They can kind of melt down the rippers if needed. That's still a very effective tier 1 army we see here from Frost, and also having +2 power wells. Big eruption, buying time and knockbacking units. Ooh, that will be close with the rippers. Ah, sadly. But with that, the army is decimated. And again, snacking away that single stalker there. Attack is starting over here. And again, here we will not see... I think that building will go up. Does not have the burst damage around. Yeah, half that. But maybe just that what he needs. Getting the second one. 50 energy 1. Yeah, I think you need more at the same time here. Like we saw with the firebomb in before. Dazed rippers. Could be problematic. They don't have too much HP to tank. Yeah, even with corpses around. Oh, they can respawn with corpses. I was not aware of this. Maybe with an eruption. Yeah, there's eruption. Bit too late. Yeah, a bit too late. Maybe. Too close. I think he can clean up the small stuff here. Meantime, Ripper's now here on the power well. Now, set of Rippers. I think the battles are good, but we're not making progress for both sides. You see the decimation of the Frost army and then getting knocked back again. And focusing on the tower. Ooh, that eruption was strong. I think SK might run out of charges at this point. We don't have live PvP up today, since it will give up a lot of information about the deck of the opponent. But still, I think in terms of charges, he played a lot of these archers yet. More stalkers. Yeah, that looks like a strong attack on the left side again. But with this now +3, we could see a sneaky tier 2 attempt. And then it will spiral out of control. Quite a lot of energy in Afro's energy pool. Tower will get up with quite HP now. So that will actually help today. A lot of units are around. Nice eruption. The light blades have a lot of HP. So it's hard to get them down. He could use the ability from the tower now. That is, yeah, look at this. A lot of units killed by this one ability of the tower. But, look at this. That units, but no progress so far. Respawn of Nilfgaard and archers, but falling back. Yeah, if you look at the mix of archers versus range melee units, I think he is running out of charges at this point. Yeah, I think there are no Master Archer charges left. Which means we kind of need to... yeah, look at this. That is now the tier 2 approach. And the other side is not building it yet. He figures out that he needs to do more action here. That is such a weird place here with so many units are getting killed and... yeah, okay, it looks like Afro is winning that fight there. Here is defended by SK. Tier 2 is getting built. Can Afro kick something in this last 15 seconds here? See again the frost-fire combination. That probably will also have Cobalt Trick. Nice lava field. He has the energy for sure. Rage Claws. Huge M counter now. The Ripper's getting healed up again. Cannot damage them fast enough. More M counters. One Ripper down. One to go. These are S counters, so the Rage Claws are not the best counter, but they have their rage ability. And it looks like it's the way to go here for SK. In the meantime, we saw a Powerwell build here in the middle for Afro. But he is behind in power quite a lot. If you look at the score here, 2.8k versus 3.7k. Another Powerwell build in the middle. And counter Powerwell here. Let me have a sip. Here you go. Termite Hill plus Lava Field to keep it alive. Running over the Stalker. And erupting it. Yeah, that building has to be killed. Else you have quite the problem here. We saw that before on the map. Instant counter building. They are quite cheap, so it's not too big of a problem. The Stalker purple, does it more damage against beasts or something? For all damage of the can be reflected. Walking speed, yeah, okay, that's the other affinity. Big lava field. That's looking bad for the Powerwell. Is there Cobalt Trick in the deck? No Cobalt Trick. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's purple. Purple and red. So, bandit deck, no Cobalt Trick for bandit decks. My bad. So, just built the Powerwell and actually losing it quite fast again. Big lava field. Looks like both do not have a crazy tier 2 fight ender and just needs to grind down the enemy here. Or wait for the right moment for tier 3. That could be possible as well. Okay. 2 flank attack in the middle. Or no, going for the top. Rippers and Stalkers. And Fire Stalker. And Rage Claws. Rage Claws, M counter, big lava field, counter eruption. Another eruption. And GG's called from Afro. That means SK is taking the first win here. Where are we going for a second round? Let's wait. Can also ask. Let's see, what is the map choice of Afro? He needs another win on Urmia. People like Urmia today. I don't think we have seen Urmia that often. It looks like he wants to adjust his deck, which is absolutely fine. That's the most important part kind of Tome. So if you see what the enemy is playing, you see your current unit mix is not working, you might want to have a certain counter here. It's quite hard to pinpoint the biggest problem. Why he lost that battle here or decided to forfeit? To give up? Yeah, we don't know his card pool. What he is having there to change the tide of the battle. Alright. And it looks like the same start. Will we see some archers? Oh, yeah. We see the same start. Before we had the instant tier 2 by Afro. Will he do it again? I'll go for a tier 1 battle. I think the star was not the problem. I think his instant tier 2 in defending was a good decision. But then pushing with his tier 2 against the tier 1 army, I think he could have gone for more power wells. Actually forgot a card. Ooh, alright. Yeah, that is a strategy. Let's see if they get up in time. Could be a bit greedy. Close to the enemy. Run away with your archers. With his witch claws. Also, corpses are increasing the explosive power of the units, and one building is getting up, which is actually enough. It's hard to burst that down, and now you can actually build a second one again. Heating up your units, that's also very, very strong. SK is falling back to heal his own units. In range here from the tower. Will they have enough burst damage to push it? Yeah, kinda. Losing one squad. And a half that squad. Next rebuild. Yeah, it's not looking like he wants to oppose it. And here we have a power well. Against the 2 power wells on the other side by SK. Okay, keeping on the move, being on the move. Maybe that's a tier 2 attempt on the right flank. Second one is up and getting ported to a better location. Now having a bit more vulnerability. And with a bit, I mean a lot probably. 100% more damage. Yeah, tier 2 for both players, bandits and Frostfire again. Big attack on the building, which gets more damage in the current state. That was a good attack. If you can heal up these archers, he just got a nice win for free. Oh, that hurts. And now all the corpses, he can use the ability. Ooh, that is scary. That is scary. The power wells. And super range units to kill the not that super range tower. Will he use his ability? Not yet. Lava fielding and killing off the units. That was a good move. Also nearly killing the tower, which will probably now fall. And so we are now again on equal footing. Erupting the units. I think he was just scared of what the ability can do. Knockback against the M counters. And with that, it looks also kind of defended. Interesting eruption. Rippers to heal up, to kill the rest of the squads. Slowed down for the moment, but they will get faster now. And run away. So in terms of map control, it's a bit more an Afro side since he has the middle. This could be an tier 3 attempt. Or not. Meantime, again, the dinosaur range battle. Wow. They nearly killed that poor stalker. Nothing. A bit of buffing with that shaman there, with the fire shaman. Nice lava field. Ooh, a phoenix. Does he expect to have a lot of corpses here? Not enough to come back, but still a lot of damage on multiple units, and of course the power well. Yes, with the next dive there should be enough corpses up there, right? Ah, the Rippers are stealing the corpses. Big lava field. Yeah, with that he can probably crash dive and kill off that or power well. No cobalt trick in time. That's a huge deal. He needs to of course defend here. Quite some units are streaming in. Ooh, we got the repair in time for the power well. That is good. But for the moment, I would say Afro is ahead. It's Fire, Shadow, no code. Again, sorry. But that is Frost here. That is Frost. I mean, SK could Cobalt trick over here. I didn't mean Afro, I mean SK. And another Phoenix is coming up. Only dealing a bit of damage. Not coming back. Way too less corpses. You can kind of grind your enemy down with that. But you at least should hit some of the units. So now we are here. We have a nice position with 3 units you could hit. Erupting. That could be now kill of the 3 units. So much micro. It's funny how many people got these dinosaurs out of their boosters. Let me look on the second screen. How many we had? Whoops. Ooh, that stalker is running way back. Oops. cards. Where are the fire? Oh, and it's over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Firestalkers were there. GG is called by SK. So now we have 1-1. And we are going again to Urmia. They really like their Urmia here. Let me have a sip. Okay, first person is ready. Looks like SK wants to adjust the deck after this loss of him. Maybe he figured out he needs something else in tier 2, or he wants to finish the fight on tier 1. It's a bit quiet here. Let's summon a Spitfire. If not sure what to do, summon a Spitfire. And let's go. This is now the decisive battle for place number 3 in the Tome tournament number 3. And MrDoom, aka Afro in the north, doing nothing. Witch Claws. And SK doing a Nature Nomad start. Another Nomad. Is he going for triple Nomad, playing a bit RPVE? Oh, he has counters against M. So far, 2 Nomads. Triple Nomad. Tower is getting up. Way faster building near your power wells and orbs. Yeah, that's now double M counters. You have to be careful there. Okay, focusing the Witch Claws, which are retreating, and with one eruption getting killed. Trying to kill off... Okay, they are switched, so you don't have to fight them anymore. They will die after 30 seconds? 40 seconds? 30 seconds. Alright, he is spamming these dudes. And Witch Claws. Witch Claws probably to get a bit of these corpses in their stomach. Which could come in handy later. So no power well so far. Side switch or power well, what shall it be? Wrecker. Okay, maybe we see some summoner aggression power. Yeah, that's a lot of M counters. I mean, you can do again the eruption, yeah. Need something else here. Ooh. Will he be saved? Wow. That was insane timing and micro. A lot of half-dead units. I think he killed one squad of skeleton warriors. And due to the nature affinity of the nomads, they get healed up. You don't have to run anywhere. Just stay there. And power well taken for SK. The ball is now in the corner for Afro. Big attack by the towers. And there's the Thunderer. Yeah, I think with one Thundering you can kill off these buildings. Or probably with 4 hits. It's 5 hits. Okay. Erupting the base thing. Going with full ham on that power well. Ooh, that is looking grim. And with that, SK killed the first power well. And their second power is looking bad. Power down. We see building of 2 5 stars near the orb of SK. That is kind of the counter attack, I guess. With 1 eruption, they are cleared. Afro has quite some energy still in his units. He might be able to snipe away the Thunderer. Maybe use the ability at some point. But the M army is around. Thunderer, ooh, will he make it? Squad Mechanics wins against Strikers. Against Thunderer. And GG is called. Congratulations, SK, taking the 3rd place in this tournament. Very nice fight. And with that, we are down to the final with Armatores and Pepi. And fun fact, we are starting again on Urmia. So let's hope they are still around. They are still in-game. That's a good thing. But maybe they are getting something to eat. Okay, but both are in the group. That is a good sign. So we are still playing best of 3 here, since we're not doing something with loser brackets and upper brackets. Let's go. And in the north, Armatores, Striker Start, and Striker Start Pepi in the south. Nothing. Okay, power well for Armatores. More strikers for Pepi. He needs his magical number. Nice eruption. That was huge. He can also snipe away these. Ah, okay, cannot. And erupting the charge. Killing off them again. Wow. That is some really crazy eruption action. Next weekend, Tome again? No. I have a lot of Battleforge stuff going on last week and this weekend. So I need a bit of break. But there is another Tome tournament planned for end of the year. I'm not sure which month it is, but there is another Tome tournament. Absolutely. With another rule set. So in this one we had with the public cards. And I have already a great idea for the next event. Oh, counter eruption for the charge. But there are also now 2 nomads fighting against that power well. 3. Yeah, okay, the archers are streaming in. He has to be careful. Yeah, 3 of them. I mean, ooh, yeah, losing that one. Resummon. I think he's killing them faster than they can respawn. Oh, sniping, that was important. There's still one dazed unit around. Falling back for the moment. So yeah, for this month there will be no PvP action anymore, but next month will be the next cup. It will be the Autumn Cup. Summer Cup? Autumn Cup. I'm confused. Nice eruption dodge. Strikers cleaning up the small units. And it survived. That was important. Getting back to healing. That eruption. Not enough, but important. Would be cool if he had killed the strikers with that. Tier 2 by Armatores. Pepi is getting a tier 2 position as well. Probably playing against the Twilight deck with his Bandit deck. And Viridia is up. Two nice undazed units erupting, killing off the strikers. Will it be enough to kill another unit here? Might be close. Oh, he got the kill. And he is playing Nightcrawler. Great counter here. As well as the knockback commandos. Yeah. Probably losing that power well. Focusing the units instead of the power well here. Giving the window to resummon stuff. I guess he could erupt if he wants to. And power kick. Pepi needs to figure something out against this army. Nice splitting here. Again, more Nightcrawlers. M-sized M counters against the M-sized M counter. Damage on the power well is getting wrecked up by the archers. Rooted. Re-summoned or retransformed archers for the buff. Switching to the next power well. Again, the tree spirits getting summoned. Power well down to the half HP. Oh, I didn't know that there's so much damage for just these units. And falling back, he did what he wanted to do. Killing all power wells of Pepi. That is now a very, very heavy sided battle for Armatores. The archers getting switched here. Bandit minefield. That is helping against the Miller units, but not against the archers. Kicking. Ah, he survived. Close. That would be good. And now, two-sided attack. New squad of archers instantly switching. Killing up the M unit. And now even with the damage reduction from the switch, they are not making it. Oh, okay, they made it. With support of unholy power. What is this 3 power wells in the middle? Not sure if Armatores is not sure about his tier 2 cards. And he wants to go tier 3. And a Wind Hunter. Yeah, Wind Hunter, we saw that before. One nice eruption and the thing is down. Yeah. GG is called. First round goes to Armatores. And we go again, Urmia. Why we are looking so much Urmia today? Will they adjust their deck? It doesn't look like it. And let's go! Again in the north, Armatores striker start. And the striker start from Pepi in the north. Both going for the middle or not? I think they are now scared from that eruption combination. Cancel the charge. And they're also scared of summoning more of them because of the eruption. That is a very interesting starting point. Summoning way back. Ooh, yes. Having one in the front. Ah, that charge! That charge, was it to get them? He just had to run away more. Will his units win? It looks like it. Yeah, Armatores again making the first tier 1 battle win. Taking the power well in the middle. And healing up the strikers. Power well, Pepi. Not falling behind is important here. Triple and 4 strikers. The strikers quartet is around. That will be now a bit difficult. 3. Needs 1 more. But also the energy for... Oh no, the firebomb returns. Both don't want to waste their charge. They only have 1. And the firebomb... Nice hit. With the firebomb destruction and the kill on the strikers. Wow, that was huge. Problem is now that random firebomb over there. It is binding energy. So no need to kill it, but can be problematic. Yeah, like this. I don't think he was estimating that damage number. Else he wouldn't have summoned his strikers there. And again, tier 2 is getting up for Armatores. Yeah, that single squad of strikers will not be enough here. But Powell was taken. Root. And probably some archers. It's Viridia to kill them off. Viridia S counter. Ooh, 1 survived. Problem, it's binding energy. Yeah, better kill it than have a single unit bind 75 energy. Now we have again the M battle against Viridia and her trees. And the problem is the Twilight Archers with the insane S damage. Yeah, that 1 volley, 2 volleys, and the 3rd one kills off that squad. We've also now knockback. Ooh, yeah. If that's the only M counter, this is already looking again pretty grim. That Powell is nearly dead. And the firebomb returns. GG is called by Pepi. Very good fight. But some card combination, just the first tier 1 battle, it could be so important and decisive. You fought well. Congratulations on the second place in this Tome tournament. And with that, we are at the end of this Tome tournament. Let me just update the last win here for Armatores. 0-1 for Armatores. Update and the tournament. And with that, I want to go here. We have the standing. First place, Armatores. Second place, Pepi. Third place, SK. And fourth place, Afro. Congratulations and thank you for everyone joining here in this event. Don't forget, more events are coming. We have, of course, oh, I can't type anymore. We have the next PvE event, the Crystal Solid event around the corner, and then the Summer Cup in August, followed by the Friendly Fire PvE event in August. So stay tuned for these events, and I hope to see you there. Until then, play some Battleforge, and see you in the Forge, fellow Skylords.